All right, we're going to continue Pokemon FireRed. We've just beaten Misty, uh, the Cerulean City Gym Leader for the second gym. We're now going to head eastward from Cerulean City. We had departed Bill's house en Route 25 for the next destination. This gym in Cerulean City was full of tough trainers. Preparations had to be made. Took on Cerulean City Gym Leader Misty Starmie with Charmeleon and won somehow. We healed at the Pokemon Center and we are back in Cerulean City. Alright, so to get to the northeast side, we actually need to go left from the Pokemon Center, up, right, and then there was this building that was blocked by the police officer. We can now go through it to get into... This place got kind of destroyed. Lady there says Team Rocket must be trying to dig their way into no good. Those miserable Rockets, look at what they've done to my house. They stole a TM for teaching Pokemon how to dig holes. I was going to use it on a Mankey or a Sandshrew. They cost me a bundle, it did, so there's some steps and books on the ground and a potted plant on the ground. Team Rocket Grunt behind in the backyard says, "Hey, stay out, it's not your yard, huh? Me? I'm an innocent bystander, don't you believe me?" So now we fight against a Team Rocket Grunt who starts with a level 17 Machop, which is a fighting type, which will be good against any normal type Pokemon like Pidgey, Rattata, that sort of thing. We can just hit Machop easily with our starter for 319 EXP. Next one is a Drowsy, a Psychic type Pokemon. Level 17 Drowsy. Has the move Headbutt. Two-hit KO, 370 EXP. Team Rocket Grunt says, "I give up, I'll leave quietly," gives you 544 G. Says, "Okay, I'll return the TM I stole," and gives you TM28 Dig. I better get moving. Bye. You can go back and talk to the man. Says, "I figure what's lost is lost. I decided to teach Diglett how to dig without a TM, so you can't even give it back to him. Now you have TM Dig." So TM Dig is actually functionally like an escape rope. TM28 is an attack that hits on the second turn, 60 power. It can also be used to exit dungeons, so it's like a free escape rope that you can use in dungeons. Pokemon like Diglett, for example, you can catch later, you can use. So now we're going to just go eastward, and now there is a tree that can be cut down. Well, we don't have cut yet, right? There's a TM. So actually, I think I put the wrong... We're actually going towards Vermilion City. I had in mind Gold, Silver, Crystal, so we actually need to go downstairs. Trainer tips. A Pokemon can be made to hold an item. Some items can even be used by the holding Pokemon in battle. Route 5 has some... a level 16 Pidgey, for example. You can catch some higher level Pidgeys. There's There's at the bottom there is a little house here, which is the daycare service. The man can raise one of your Pokemon. We're not going to do that, but you can actually go to PC here, and something you could do here. Alright, so we can go down two ways. One is there's an underground path, Cerulean City to Vermilion City. Going south straight down the route would be Saffron City, and we should not be able to get through right now. The guard says I'm on guard duty. Gee, I'm thirsty though. Oh wait, the road's closed and doesn't let you through. You're gonna have to give it a drink, which we don't have, like fresh water right now, so we're going to take the underground path from Cerulean City to Vermilion City. In that underground area, there is a little girl who asks if you have a Nidoran male, which you can trade for a Nidoran female. I mean, it is a trade we can do, but let's not do that here. We can go downstairs and just run all the way down underground path, which really basically just goes under Saffron City, and then you can go back up on the other side. But there's a lady who says people often lose things in the darkness of the underground path. And then we're now on to Route 6. Now there's some grass. There's a grassy area. If you go up north towards Saffron City, you're going to run into a guard issue again. Road closure, you have to give him fresh water. Now if you go down on the path, you can actually fight a few trainers on the way to Vermilion City. First is Bugcatcher Keigo, Keigo, with a level 16 Weedle. $170 EXP to beat the... the next one is a level 16 Weedle. $177 EXP. Finally, we've got a Caterpie, level 16 Caterpie, all bug types. Fire moves are going to be pretty good against him. No chance, 181 EXP. The Keigo here, 192. Yeah, these bug experts have no chance against my Charmeleon, but the Bugcatcher likes bugs, so going back to Viridian Forest. We can also kind of take a look and see what Pokemon are in this area. I mean, you definitely see Pidgeys like anywhere. The advantage, I suppose, if you catch one of these Pidgeys instead, is they're higher level than the original Pidgey I've got, right? So, if I really wanted to. Then there are two other trainers down here wearing green. If you go to the left trainer, he says, "Who's there? Quit listing in on us." Camper Ricky. First is a level 20 Squirtle, which obviously has the type advantage against my Charmeleon, which actually could be a slight issue, but it's not as strong as a Starmie. So we've got to hit it with a few. $282 EXP for beating the Squirtle. It says just can't win. 400 G for Ricky. Beating Ricky. And then the next trainer right to the right says, "Excuse me, this is a private conversation." Picnicker Nancy sends out a level 16 Rattata. There is Metal Claw. Yes, I could have probably used Metal Claw. 195 EXP to beat the Rattata. There's also Pikachu. $280 EXP to beat that. Picnicker Nancy goes down. It's losing 320 G to beat. It's like I probably could have used Metal Claw as a move. We go down, there's another bug catcher. I've never seen you around. Are you good? He says. Bug catcher Elijah would like to battle. Starting with a level 20 Butterfree, which is just going to get fried by Ember from Charmeleon. Really, any starter move for the most part will be pretty decent against Butterfree. Although, look at Butterfree. 685 EXP from Butterfree. You're too good, gives you 240 G. Are my Pokemon weak, he says, or am I just bad? What do you think? And then 2 more trainers to go. Well, okay, I'll play. We beat the Pidgey, 187 EXP. We've got a second Pidgey. Level 16 Pidgey. $187 EXP. Finally, one more Pidgey. Three level 16 Pidgeys. 187 EXP as well. We've beaten Picnicker Isabelle. Isabelle with the LLE at the end. 320 G says, "I want to get stronger. What's your secret?" And then we've got one more on the way down to Vermilion City. Camper Jeff starts out with level 16 Spearow, normal and flying type Pokemon. Under 98 EXP. We are now at level 32. Charmeleon is climbing up. Our starter. Level 16 Raticate. Pretty simple. You know, starters can kind of one-hit KO just about everything here. With 397 EXP. The Stinks, I couldn't beat your challenge. 320 G. The Squirtle, yeah, I probably could have used a Metal Claw earlier. I should bring more Pokemon with me. I'll feel safer that way. And we are now in the Vermilion City. On the northwest side of town, we can just go and heal at the Pokemon Center for free. The urge to battle someone you've tangled with before? Have you ever had that urge? I'm sure you have. I wanted to battle certain people again over and over too. So I've been giving these away. Please take one. So this is the lady in the purple hair. Gives you a Versus Seeker right in the Pokemon Center. Use that device and you'll find trainers looking for a rematch. So rematches. start becoming more prominent. They were not in the original red, blue, and yellow games. It says you have to charge its battery to use it, though. So we go to key items. A device that indicates trainers who win a battle. The battery charges while traveling. Can't use it in a Pokemon Center, I guess, but... One person explains my Pokemon is poisoned and fainted while we were walking. Yeah, so that's an issue with poison. They lose HP as you're walking around. Another person explains, even if they are the same level, Pokemon can have very different stats and abilities. A Pokemon raised by a trainer is stronger than one in the wild. And it is true that a higher level Pokemon will be more powerful, but all Pokemon will have weak points against specific types. So there appears to be no universally strong Pokemon. Yeah, tell the legendary Pokemon that. Legendary Pokemon are pretty strong. Anyway, every now and then you want to save. This would be a good save point generally. Let's go to the top left building in Vermilion City, which is the fishing guru. I simply love fishing, he says. I can't bear to go without. Tell me, do you like to fish? You should answer yes. Grand, I like your style. Think we can be friends? Take this and fish, young friend. You receive an old rod from the fishing guru. Fishing is a way of life. It's like the finest poetry. From the seas to rivers, go out and land a big one, my friend. Old rod can really only catch like one thing, but you know, let's catch the one thing. You can go to the bag, key items, old rod. An old and beat up fishing rod. Use it by any body of water to fish for wild Pokemon. You're right next to a body of water. So you can use the fishing rod there. And it's pretty much, well, it always is going to be a Magikarp, and likely it's going to be a level 5. It's so weak, we can probably just throw a Pokeball at it rather than knock it out. Rather than have a Pokemon knock down its health. It's pretty weak. Well, I mean, I guess the one weakness is it could still pop out. Let's go ahead and swap out to one of our weaker Pokemon so we don't knock it out. And actually knock it down. Magikarps only use Splash as a move, which means it never does any damage. So let's knock it down to a yellow or a red bar, and then actually catch it. Magikarp, when evolved, ends up evolving at level 20 into a water and flying type named Gyarados, which is actually fairly strong. And it is a viable path for anyone who wants to add a water Pokemon into their lineup. But as a Magikarp, it is virtually worthless in terms of both power and speed. It is the most weak and pathetic Pokemon in the world. Wow. That's harsh. It does become a Gyarados someday. Ends up being pretty decent. We can start, you know, talking to some people around. Did you see the SSN moored in the harbor? We're careful about pollution here. We've heard Grimer multiplies and toxic sludge. And then if you go to the northeast side of town, Vermilion City, the port of exquisite sunsets, you'll see a man who wants to put up a building on his plot of land, who owns it all. His Pokemon's tamping the land to lay down the foundation, which happens to be Machop stomping the land flat. There's a little more stuff here in Gold, Silver, and Crystal later on, but we're not at that point yet. If we go down to the second row of stuff, we have on the left side the Pokemon Fan Club. All Pokemon fans welcome. A classic encounter here, but let's talk the ones before first. One person says, "Won't you admire my Pikachu's adorable tail?" Optional people to talk to here. Oh dear, my seal is far more attractive by double, I would say. The cool thing about LeafGreen FireRed versus the original is the original wouldn't show these little icons of Pikachu and Seal. You would just see like some random monster. It wouldn't actually be the actual Pokemon. If you talk to the lady there, our chairman is very vocal about Pokemon. We should talk to the chairman because you get something. He says, I chair the Pokemon Fan Club. I raise more than 100 Pokemon. I'm very fussy when it comes to Pokemon. I surely am. So, did you come to here to come visit to hear about my Pokemon? You want to impress? Yes. Good, then listen up. My favorite Rapidash. It's cute, lovely, smart, plus amazing. You think so? Oh yes, it's stunning, kindly, love it. Hug it when sleeping, warm and cuddly, spectacular, ravishing. Oops, look at the time I kept you too long. Thanks for hearing me out. I want you to have this. You get the Bike Voucher added to the key items pocket. Take that Bike Voucher, the bike shop in Cerulean City, exchange that for a bicycle free of charge. Don't worry, my favorite Firo will fly me anywhere I need to go. So, I have no need for a bicycle. Hope you like cycling. It's generally a worthwhile encounter to talk to the chairman. And then you go next door. Little girl asks if you want to trade your Spearow for a Farfetch'd. That's not actually a bad trade because Farfetch'd is less common. So if I wanted to trade my Spearow, for a Farfetch'd, this would actually be a good place to do it. You can go back to the Pokemon Center. We could grab a Spearow. I think I caught one earlier. And we can actually, Spearows are so common, we can just trade for a Spearow. I may trade the Spearow for a Farfetch'd. Let's do that just to do it. Again, pressing B for, you can run around biking shoes, or running shoes. Let's do it. Spearow will be sent to Elissa, E-L-I-S-S-A. Shows the Game Boy Advance, because this was originally on the Game Boy Advance. Here's the trade for a Farfetch'd. Called Chiding, C-H''D-I-N-G is the Farfetch'd. He says, thank you, how's my old Farfetch'd? My Spearow is doing great. Alright, Pokemart is the blue building to the right. You can talk to people as per usual. I think Pokemon can be good or bad. Depends on the trainer. They're wicked people who will use Pokemon for criminal acts.